What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Swaggertron here.
Backburner.
David.
And what we're going to be doing today is we're each going to be showing what our ban list predictions are. We're each going to explain why, if something's going to get banned, limited, semi-limited, or even come off the ban list.
Yeah, so basically, ban list prediction time.
Everyone's favorite time of the year.
Yep.
This is where you
Forget about
clinch
that.
onto your deck, where you clinch your deck and hope nothing gets banned.
Yeah. That doesn't always happen.
All right. Just
Yeah.
just a quick update. We said before in our channel update vid that we were gonna bring up like topics like this and like discuss them, and yeah, this is basically gonna be the kickoff to that.
We're going to discuss this in a civil manner.
All right. I guess we'll start with the main thing. Like we'll start with the decks that are like meta-ish, and then like see what should get hit there, and then move on to like the ban list to see what should come off and go on there. Alright, let's start with Gear, cause since that is pretty much like the deck to beat, honestly. For me, I think
Gear needs to either get banned or go to 1.
I don't think it'll get banned, but it'll definitely go to 1. Cause if it goes to 1, I
Yeah.
doubt it'll be used that much at all.
And I know the topic of the last format was Karikuri Girgia, and if Accelerator should get hit, this format I feel Accelerator should still get hit. It makes the deck a little too fast though.
Yeah, I think Accelerator should go to 1 and Gear to go to 1, so that way it hits Gear, so that won't come back, and then it hits Gear, so pure Gears won't be a thing too much.
No,
But I don't
you
know
know.
about. Yeah.
Go ahead,
G,
Dave.
you go. Okay, I don't know about Accelerator going to 1 just because, like, even if it stays in, quote unquote come back, they still have to deal with back rows. They were fragile before, and with the way that everything plays now, where like everyone has like 15 to 20 traps or whatever people do in the meta, they're not gonna do that well unless they made like 3 trap stones, 3 wiretaps, and all that good stuff. That's
Okay,
what I think.
okay, I think you're right about that. Okay, how about we put it to 2 then? Cause you can't get it
Yeah,
back with what's this guy's name? Gear Giant X.
Gear Giant.
Yeah.
So I think 2 should be
Is
a
it-
fine number.
Yeah. But yeah, Gear is a problem.
Yeah, if I had to pick between either or, I'd definitely say Gear is the main problem that has to go to
It's a
1.
win condition card. That's the problem with it.
Yeah,
You know, you flip up Gear at the end of your opponent's end phase, and they pretty much have plays for the next turn that ultimately could screw you.
yeah. Like even though they run the risk of drawing all the tiny level 3 guys, they mostly always find a way to make it work out. So I let's put the card away.
Yep. I'm a Gear player, but it does. The way the deck plays this format is really not the way it should be, and it needs to be punished.
Yeah. All right. So final verdict: Gear needs to go to 1, and if we need to push it even further, we'll put Accelerator to 2.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. Next topic will be artifacts, cause this hat shit is getting out of control.
The only thing, honestly, I could see actually happening to artifacts is Sanctum either going to 1 or 2, and I could see artifact moral attack going to 1, the one that pops.
Yeah, I had the same idea, but instead for me, I picked either or. It could be Sanctum goes to 2 or the blue guy goes to 2. I don't think it'll go to 1 because that just kills the deck. Because
Yeah, like,
I think
that
Konami
Konami
wants
would just
I
outright
think
kill
Konami
the
wants
deck
artifacts to be like their own standalone thing for some reason.
I think that's why they haven't
I
released
could agree with that.
Chronomalies here.
That's probably why.
That's just gonna run rampant in the meta if that comes here.
That's even more of a reason why Sanctum should go to 2 or the blue guy, because the blue guy is kind of the star of the whole artifact
Yeah.
monsters.
That's the reason he's only super rare.
David, what do you think?
I mean, Moral Talk, yeah.
Yeah, more talk is in.
Like, the deck itself with the engine is annoying, but Sanctum is the problem. Like, I had it going into 2 just to, like, kind of slow it down a little bit. Because Sanctum, if, like, you destroy it, they get to destroy something in your field, regardless of when it gets destroyed. Like, I learned the hard way. Like, regardless
Yeah,
of when
me
you
too.
destroy it. If it's during their turn, you like blind MST it because like, oh, I'm gonna hit an artifact. You hit Sanctum, they still get to destroy a card. And if you just blind space against artifacts, or you don't know you're gonna hit that,
Odds are you're
and
you're
they
fucked
chain it,
over regardless.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's the worst feeling
Cause
in the
it's not
world.
even that. Cause like if you blind space against them, you have the risk of hitting their quick
because
play magic
they're
card too, which is a bitch in itself.
Yeah.
yeah. I
So
don't
I
know.
think
Just
it comes down
that
to
card is really
Sanctum would probably be the main one to hit, and that should go to 2 probably.
So that's the artifact engine. Do you guys feel the trap trick engine or the hand engine should get hit?
I think Trap Tricks is fine.
hands
Hands needs to get hit because hands
hands
are
for
in
two.
everything. Madolche's Girgia, even though Girgia don't even need it, is in Girgia. Is it a bunch of shit
Mm,
that I can't even think about right now?
They
People just
splash it
throw it
into
in
so
there.
many things.
Yeah, it's like the biggest trend or whatever.
Yeah, so I honestly
But
I wish they would go to 1 each, but that's highly impossible. So I think they'll put it to 2 each.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And yeah, trap tricks are fun. They're
I mean, don't forget about
it's
hands
a good
too.
fight for that.
People usually play two each, but they side in the third. They usually side in the third ones.
That's true. So for hat
So possibly
so
could
for
go
hat
two.
I think the final verdict would be Sanctum to 2 and each of the hands to 2.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, next
All
one
right. So
is is the new deck on the block, Madolche's.
all right. So I was thinking about this one making my list. I was thinking Chateau or Ticket needs to go to one. But the problem is they only run one now, and they're recyclable through.
Yeah, like
That's the problem. They're recyclable,
Like
so
you
it
can't
doesn't really matter to
you can't
them.
hit Ticket because Ticket is always at 1 regardless, and you can't even hit the fuse spell too much really because they get it all back. So it's like fuck.
And of course, when I'm going against them, they draw all of them, even though they only run one of them.
Exactly. Like for me,
yeah.
I think they need to hit. It's gonna come down between. Well, for me, it's gonna be between Angeli, Hoot Cake, and I'm just gonna throw it in there the fuel spell. Cause if you MSC the fuel spell right at
Yeah.
activation, it kind of throws off. They could just sit there and let their monster dies and just goes right back to their hand, so they just automatically set up again.
I think they need to slow the deck
That's
down a little bit. So I think it needs to be slowed down a little bit. So I'm going to go with Who Cake, uh, Angeli, but I highly doubt it, and Mageline.
Oh
I think
yeah, I
those are the
forgot about
guys.
Mageline. The Mageline is also a thing.
I think
But
Mageline
I
needs to get
think
slowed down.
Hoot Cake is the centerpiece, so I think Hoot Cake should probably get hit.
Yeah, I think so
Cause
too.
I don't want
Yeah,
to say Who
who
Cake should
can
go to 2 because some of the times they do run 2, so I say Who Cake should probably go to 1.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
What about you, David? What do you think?
yeah, like I think like Angeli's not gonna be touched, or at least I don't think it will. Who Cake can go to one, Madeline can go to like two because she searches things. Like if you don't like
Yeah,
if you
like
have
it.
a cat
Yeah,
and all you need is Angeli, she'll get you Angeli. So it's like I don't know. I
And
just
the bitch
that's
searches herself too because fuck it.
yeah,
in memory of Stratos, she searches herself. That deck, man.
yeah.
Telling you.
Like even if Who Cake's at 1, you
I,
could get it like you could get it so easily just thanks to Mageline. So I mean, and even though you Who Cake gets
yeah,
bottomless, you could go and get Levier because that deck could drop Levier like it's nothing. So I mean,
this is also true.
so I think for Madolche's, we agree that Who Cake should go to 1 and Mageline should probably go to 2.
Yeah, I can see that happening.
Yeah.
Will they hit both in the same format? I
Right.
highly doubt that because outside of Dragons, I've never seen an archetype get hit twice.
Listen, we don't like to talk about that because it's very sensitive to David.
To some people.
Okay, next one, I'm just throwing in there because it's being mentioned that this is gonna be one of the top decks, Bujins.
Okay. Can I hit this one
Yeah,
first?
Yeah,
David, go
yeah, I'll
first
let
because
David
this
do
is your
because
deck.
David plays his deck in real life. I'll let him do this one.
Okay. Okay. Tanky goes to 2. I know Sean, you said like, oh, Tanky's fine where it is, and people say 5 is fine where it is, but Tanky back to 2. Give me that much. I think that's like it was fine at 2. Like that's when it was at 2, duality was at 3, and that was fine. Like that's all they really needed. And
The
then
reason
just
why I
hit
don't
Fusion
want hit
Incarnation.
tanky is because I want Koki Miro and Gladiator Beast to be a thing.
That's true.
Yeah, it's those type of rogue decks
But
that sort of keep the meta a little healthy.
Like for
but Fusion
me, what I think
Incarnation
they should
is
hit
another
is
super deck.
put Bujin Hair or Turtle to 1. That's the only thing I would hit. I wouldn't hit the deck that hard.
Oh, I put Hair and Carnation to 1. Carnation and Urume, totally unfair.
It is unfair.
It speeds,
Well, yeah, no.
it speeds the
Hair,
deck up too much.
Hair is annoying, but Fusion Incarnation is the problem. Like they're like because your whole deck revolves around banishing stuff from not your whole deck, but a lot of your deck revolves around banishing stuff from your graveyard to protect Yamato or Susanoo or whoever you have on the field. And then once they die, it's like, oh well, I'm just gonna get them back and put the stuff back in the graveyard. So like, Fusion Incarnation is an issue, yes. Hair is just annoying, but you can kind of work around it, and people only run 2 anyway, so it's not like people are running 3 because it's the best thing ever.
No, but I would say is the easiest
Carnation
is the easiest to
is a
banish to
problem.
set up
People
for.
started running 3.
No, but I would say Hair is the easiest to banish out of the main ones that you could banish when you was set up early game to set up for Bujin Carnation or whatever
Oh
it
yeah,
is.
definitely. Like, yeah, like Hair doesn't like all it needs is a Beast Warrior on the field. Like everything else, you kind of need like some sort of requirement. Like Quillen needs a monster or a face-up card to destroy. Centipede needs a spell or trap. Turtle needs an affected target. You just banish Hair because you feel like it. Like,
Exactly.
it's like, oh, I need you in the banish zone for later. So
It's like, I feel you're going to do something this turn, so I'm just going to banish it.
yeah, just preemptively.
So
You
I
can't do
think
anything about
we
it.
could just wrap this one up and say that Hair and Incarnate. Well, Hair is like random, but it could be between Hair going to 1, but Carnation definitely has to go to 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
next.
and real quick on Kaiser Coliseum, like just real quick on Kaiser Coliseum, like that card is just amazing. Like quote unquote protect the castle decks. Like I've seen that card a lot, like in a lot of places.
Yeah, I've seen it in too many decks lately.
So I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah, I guess we can add that to the list of things that should get eliminated later. But the thing is,
I could.
the thing is that Vandy's emptiness has been annoying as Kaiser, but longer than Kaiser. But they never touched Vandy, so I don't know if they'll touch it.
Vandy's was a little easier to get over, but Kaiser, it's pretty much you have an MSC or not. Or if your opponent starts playing stupidly and it gives you leeway, but Kaiser's hard to get around sometimes.
Yeah, and also like just going back to Bujins, you can literally just sit on like your Bujingi. You could just start setting them, and your opponent can't do anything. They're still locked into that one monster until you get your Yamato or whatever.
Or you could be
And then the same thing-
you could be a McAsshole and put Winder Rabbit, and this Winder Rabbit beat the shit out of everybody.
Why are you giving David ideas?
No. Sean was the one with Thunderbird. And it was like, oh, you want to make a play? Let me just banish myself. And then like,
That's Evil Storm. That's fucking hilarious.
Oh, okay. On the fact of Bujins, Carnation, Hair, and Kaiser should go to 1.
Yeah.
Okay. Final one. Light
How about
Sworns.
Thunderbird?
We have to bring up Light Sworns because they're coming out in like 2 months.
Lumina?
I say
Yes.
Lumina to
That
1.
bitch needs to go to 1.
Yeah, Lumina needs to go to 1 because Michael is the newest star besides JD, and Lumina makes Michael way too easy thanks to Raiden. I think that's his name, right?
Yeah.
And Judge needs to go to 1.
I don't think that's happening, so that's why I didn't bring that up. Lumina definitely needs
I'm
to go to
sorry,
1
that-
though, cause she brings back fucking
Oh,
Archer
yeah.
chick. She brings back fucking everything, and you could just you could either go to Michael or you could just say fuck it, I'm gonna nuke the field with Black Rose.
Yeah.
She makes it way too fucking
There
easy
is no
now.
wrong choice. There is no bad choice.
Yeah, so Lumina needs to go to 1, and if the dragons stay inside the game, like they don't get touched or anything, Eclipse Wyvern needs to go to 1, because I don't want Lightstorm dragons being a thing.
Yeah. That's true. I agree.
What about you, David?
Oh yeah, Lumina is an issue, but like I'm the wrong person to ask. I just have like so much hate towards that deck. Everything.
I'm pretty sure everyone who listens to this and all of us here hates fucking Life Swarms.
Yeah, the entire deck can go to one for all I care. Just like I don't know.
Okay, Gio.
But, like,
Okay, Gio. On a rational standpoint, what you was gonna say? Lumina. Anything else? Besides JD, because we know for a fact they'll never touch JD.
Yeah, that's the problem. I mean, Lumina definitely needs to go to 1. Potentially, as much as I would love to see it go to 1, it probably won't because it's not even out yet. It's Raiden. Lumina and Raiden, completely unfair, but that's probably not going to happen because Konami has not hit a future archetype that hard until I can't even remember one.
No, I think if they put Raiden to 1, they'll keep Lumina at 3 because I think they'll consider it unfair if they did that.
Yeah.
So I want to say that final verdict: Lumina and Eclipse Wyvern to 1.
Yeah.
Alright.
Well, maybe the deck never existed at first. You know, that's a wish too.
Yeah.
That's a.
Okay, now for cards.
Anybody see Honest going to 2?
Don't talk about
Anybody
Honest
see
yet. I'm
Honest?
gonna bring that up later. Don't bring up Honest yet.
Okay.
Okay, cards that should be limited. These are just random cards. Okay, for me, Blackhorn needs to go to 1. Blackhorn in itself is being retarded. They're playing too many Blackhorns.
Yeah.
And if you hit Blackhorn, you're hitting Gear Gear too, because Gear Gear hides behind Blackhorn way too much.
I would say this is my theory on Soul Charge needing to go to 1. It's like a Monster Reborn. It's pretty much you don't even need to push into attack. You can pretty much Soul Charge into a 101 and make him into an X-Ton, into any X-Siege you might need and steal game, knowing your opponent can literally do nothing to you.
Yeah,
So
plus
Soul Charge is one of those cards that needs to be at 1.
yeah, plus if people argue that E-Dragons are like annoying as hell, you hit them really hard by taking away Soul Charge and putting it at 1, because they actually kind of rely on it a little bit.
Yeah.
And not to mention Infernities rely on it.
They're the deck that uses it the most now.
Yeah, Infernities rely on it, and Sylvans rely on it. Cause like everyone who topped the ARG who using Sylvans, they relied on Soul Charge so fucking hard.
No, that's true.
Yeah.
I agree.
Oh, and also another one I brought up was Skill Drain, cause all the Drain cards are at 1, but except Skill Drain.
And that's the most annoying one.
Yeah.
Yes.
Dave, you have anything that
actually hits.
Dave, you have anything that needs to be don't talk about ones that should be brought back from the ban, just ones that should be limited.
No, I just have Gear and Soul Charge. That should go to 1. That was my.
I think Decree should go to 1.
Decree. I have mixed feelings on that because traps are a thing, like you brought up before the video, so.
Yeah, that's the problem. It's a trap-heavy format, but which I'm really shocked at because I thought Konami was gonna make sure it wasn't by hitting, bottomless, torrential, compulse, and even deep person going to 2.
I didn't even talk about it.
So it's like it's really shocking to see this as a trap-heavy format. So I hope Konami kind of breaks down on that, hitting Blackhorn and all that.
So I think for limited we could agree that Skill Drain, Soul Charge, and Blackhorn needs to all go to 1. Outside the fact that the other cards we brought up that were deck related.
So any cards you feel should go to 2?